everyone, and happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. So, this episode, of course, is highlighting a particular athlete, one athlete, even though there are plenty of Black athletes that stood up against the system, against oppression, against what's wrong. And this is just to honor them for Juneteenth. This is our Juneteenth episode. As you see, I'm outside. If you're watching it on YouTube video format, I am outside because I just felt like being out in nature for Juneteenth. Guess my soul, my intuition, my ancestors just wanted me to touch some grass. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get bit up by mosquitoes out here, but that's okay. That's okay. This is what I want. And yeah, this is for you. So, hi, hello. I'm Dominique Wilson, and this is Still an Athlete, the podcast for players or ex-players that are just now trying to build empires outside of their sports, or looking for examples or just tips or inspiration to help them pivot outside of their sports and find their purpose. So, today, our special guest, well, not guest, sorry. I don't have him on here with me. I reached out. Long story short, it didn't work out. Bummer. But I want to talk about Tommie Smith. And if you haven't heard about Tommie Smith, of course, there's YouTube and there's Google and ChatGPT, of course. But I would say go on YouTube and just watch interviews, documentaries of him. He was a former American track and field athlete, born in 1944 on June 6th in Texas, and he specialized in the 200-meter sprint. And he set a world record of 19.83 seconds in the 200-meter at the 1968 Olympics in Mexico City. He was the first human, not Black athlete, not Black male athlete, the first human to officially break the 20-second barrier. And even though that is iconic, he is mostly known for his iconic movement, the moment that literally shook the world during the medal ceremony for the 200-meter sprint. And Tommie Smith, he won gold. He was a gold medalist. And John Carlos, who also ran for the United States, was a bronze medalist. And they both, I don't know if y'all heard that squeaking sound, but I'm outside again. Sorry. If you hear it, I apologize. Don't know what that is. But back to them. They both raised a black glove fist during the U.S. national anthem. They wore black socks and those shoes to represent black poverty. And Smith wore a black scarf for black pride. Carlos wore beads to protest lynching and violence. And this was a peaceful protest against racial injustice in America, and it was held months after MLK's assassination. So again, it was peaceful. But of course, whenever Black athletes, Black people in general go against the man, the system, doesn't matter if it's peaceful or not, there's always repercussion. But that doesn't faze us at all. We're still gonna try not to cuss. We're still gonna do what we need to do to make you realize we are a human being and you will treat us as such. But Smith and Carlos were suspended from the U.S. Olympic team, and they faced death threats and public backlash, and they were labeled as un-American. Yeah. I find that weird, but you know, I said what I said. But by any means, they are American, and despite winning gold, Tommie Smith's athletic career just never fully recovered, just like Colin Kaepernick. We've heard many Black athletes that stood against injustice whose athletic career just never recovered, and they essentially sacrificed everything for justice. But you know, I'm pretty sure if you ask them, would they do it all again? They will quickly say yes, because at the end of the day, you're standing for what's right you're standing against injustice, and you're speaking your truth. And whenever you do that, you will never regret just standing up for yourself, standing up for your people. And I thank them. A lot of athletes thank them, and a lot of Black people thank them. And my ankle is itching now. I'm pretty sure mosquitoes are having a feast on me. So I'm going to wrap this up so you can enjoy your Juneteenth and just take this little bit of information to go on YouTube, do your own research. I find that, yeah, you can listen to other people, but by doing your own research, you learn way more. You retain more in your memory. But relevance to Smith's legacy to Juneteenth, they are now celebrated as heroes of the civil rights movement. Their protests paved the way for athlete activism today. So think about, again, Colin Kaepernick, LeBron James, Naomi Osaka, Serena Williams. And even during that time, Muhammad Ali, he was a big influence as well. But Juneteenth, which, if you know, marks the delayed emancipation of enslaved people in the U.S., and it's all about freedom, baby. And Tommie Smith used his platform to fight for it, even at a great personal cost. And his stance is just a reminder that freedom isn't just about laws, it's about dignity, justice, and equity and equality. So, on other notes, enjoy your Juneteenth. Remember to stand for what you believe in, no matter the cost. And this is also a reminder that you are more than an athlete. I always say that. But you probably are thinking like pivot into the career world or like entertainment, like acting or such. But it can also be activism. You are more than an athlete. When it comes to activism, you do not have to shut up and dribble. You can speak for what's right and what's wrong. And again, whatever that noise is, I apologize. It's so annoying. But again, wanted to touch some grass. Wanted y'all to see some flowers and some trees if you're watching this on video. Also about Tommie Smith. He became a teacher. He's a coach and a public speaker. And there's a documentary called Withdrawn Arms in 2020. And he has an autobiography that he co-authored called Silent Jester. So his raised fist became one of the most iconic images in sports history. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. And again, go do your homework. Enjoy your Juneteenth. And thank you for stopping by. Peace. You're more than an athlete, and you are loved.